Ladies and gentlemen, good day. I am Adrian Ihosol. I took up Bachelor of Science in Criminology here in the University of Bohol in the Philippines. As you can see, the first slide is the logo of our institution, and beside is the Philippine flag. So below my picture, you can see my ORCID number. So in this slide, this is the image of University of Bohol. It is located in Dr. Cecilio Potong Street, Tagbilaran City, Bohol, Philippines. For the information of everyone, University of Bohol is one of the top performing schools in whole Visayas. There are a lot of top-notchers who graduated here in this university. That's why I am very proud to be part of this very amazing institution. Ladies and gentlemen, illegal drugs or the use of illegal drugs is a serious problem in the world, especially here in the city of Tagbilaran. It can cause destructive mental disorders, and it might lead us into death. But the government is very much concerned for the welfare of its people. That's why they created intervention and rehabilitation programs in order to safeguard and save drug users and offenders. Because of the curiosity of the researchers, we came up into the point of interest to make a study all about the people handling rehabilitation programs here in the city of Tagbilaran, and that they are called drug interventionists. So as you can see in this slide, this is the title of our research study, Lived Experiences of Interventionists on the Drug Rehabilitation Program in Tagbilaran City. Author, yours truly, Adrian Ihosol. My position is a student, and my department, I'm very proud to say that I am part of the College of Criminal Justice Department, the University of Bohol. So these are the objectives of this study. The first objective is to find strategies and recommend possible solutions to improve the drug rehabilitation program through the lived experiences of the interventionists in Tagbilaran City, Bohol. Second objective is to explore the lived experiences of interventionists on the drug rehabilitation program and to understand situational factors and describe practices surrounding an interventionist. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move into the framework of this research study. This study is anchored in the following theories, namely social control theory, differential association theory, social learning theory, labeling theory, and general strain theory. Now, let's move in to our research methodology. The design, it is being employed a qualitative method in a phenomenological approach. The research environment is from the city of Tagbilaran, Bohol, in the Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, Tagbilaran City has the most number of population among the 48 municipalities in the province of Bohol. And in addition with that, Tagbilaran City also received the award from the Department of Interior and Local Government as the most competitive anti-drug council in the whole Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, the informants of our study were 12 selected interventionists from the top 7 barangays with the highest surrenderers. Our research instrument, the researchers used K-informant interview or KAI aided with interview guide, field notes, and a voice recorder. As a researchers, we need to be careful enough in gathering information, because if it will be disturbed, then it will lead us to the inconsistency of information. And that inconsistency will lead us into inconcrete or irrelevant data. That's why we need to be careful enough. We need to take initiative for us to have a proper preservation to avoid the contamination of information. So our research procedures, ladies and gentlemen, in our data collection, a transmittal letter was submitted for approval to the Chief of Police of Tagbilaran City Police Station and Barangay Chairman for us to conduct an interview on the drug interventionist of the respective barangays. Data analysis, we utilize the colysis method, a procedure in analyzing the transcript information. So to code the significant statement, the responses of the informant were transcribed through a line format. And then, after we all linked statements were given defined meanings. And after the meanings were given, they were aggregated to produce cluster themes, which, when they're regrouped, and 7 significant emerging themes is the result or the outcome. Now, I'll present to you the result and a discussion of this study. For the experiences of the informants as interventionists, 3 themes were created to describe their lived experiences. The first thing is inter alia or inter alios. In English term, it means among other things or between other persons. The second emergent themes, in absentia luces, tenebrae vincont. In English term, in the absence of light, darkness prevails. The third emergent theme is respice finem. In English term, it means consider the end. So, ladies and gentlemen, inter alia, inter alios. It explains that as the interventionist conducted drug rehabilitation program, they created good connection, strong bonds, and trust towards each other, and guided drug surrenderers throughout their journey to reformation and reintegration. Interventionists experienced different behaviors from the drug surrenderers as they were being monitored for their rehabilitation. Secondly, in absentia lucis, tenebrae vincont, in the absence of light, darkness prevails. It explains the negative experiences encountered by the drug interventionist. Because drug interventionists believe that the drug surrenderers were merely affected by various factors, such as peer pressure, curiosity, or family pressure, and other sociological factors that could affect them to be afraid in joining rehabilitation and intervention programs. Third is respice finem, or consider the end. This theme, ladies and gentlemen, presents the importance of MIOP, or also known as the Matrix Intensive Outpatient Program. This MIOP is one way to make the life of drug surrenderers change, where they observe depletion of cases and have the willingness to clean up their names as drug surrenderers in the list. So for the significant changes to drug surrenderers, there were also 3 themes were created to describe the said changes. First is acta non verba. In English term, it means deeds, not words. Second, Docendo decimos, in English term, by teaching, we learn. Third is sapere aude. In English term, it means dare to know. Acta non verba. This theme describes how the drug rehabilitation were able to make positive changes in the personal lives of drug surrenderers. Docendo decimos, this theme describes how the drug rehabilitation program improved the lives of drug surrenderers and the possible solutions on strengthening the program. Third is sapere aude, or dare to know. This theme presents the importance of matrix intensive outpatient program, or MIOP, and the significance of participation of the drug surrenderers. Ladies and gentlemen, the city of Tagbilaran is very much strict in implementing MIOP. MIOP, it is a community-based recovery intervention program which improves the skills of the drug users for them to help, or will help them to reintegrate, to live a normal community life. That is MIOP. For the significant changes to the interventionist, one theme was created to describe the said changes. Ad meliora, or means towards better things. This theme represents the positive actions done by the interventionists towards the drug surrenderers for them to have a better life. Specifically, it talks about encouragement and motivation. Now, these are the impressions of the researchers about the outcome of our study. So for the PNP, or the Philippine National Police, as enforcers of the law, and who are the frontliners of the first implementation arms of the MIOP, the researchers suggested that there is a need to improve and to refine the process in connecting and communicating with interventionists. Ladies and gentlemen, the main objective of the Philippine National Police is to serve and protect the people. That's why good solidarity between the police, the community, and the interventionist is very much important in our criminal justice system. Because with this, we can create a just and humane society. Another impression, ladies and gentlemen, is for the local government unit. The researchers recommended heightening awareness of the local government units regarding the intervention programs under the Barangay Anti-Drug Abuse Council, or also known as BADAC. In this case, the researchers want to have more symposiums, more educational programs in order for the community to be benefited, for them to know how drugs destroy people's life. In this case, they will be guided, their minds will be enlightened, that they will refuse in the using of prohibited or illegal drugs. Another impression or recommendation from the researchers is for the interventionist. The study will serve as reference or guide in creating an efficient and sustainable programs concerned with the rehabilitation of drug surrenderers. Additional activities such as skills training and livelihood programs must be provided by the concerned office or agency on the rehabilitation and reformation for the surrenderers that will lead them on a journey of transformation, so that those surrenderers will be given the opportunity to have their own job and generate an income. This recommendation, ladies and gentlemen, will portray the essence of fairness and equity in the society. Because even though they are drug offenders, it doesn't mean that they don't have the right to live the life that they want. That's why we, the researchers, recommend to give them opportunities for them to live the life they want, to give them opportunities to become more in themselves, to give them opportunities to earn money for survival. And with that, it really helps so that the Philippine economy will be productive and progressive. Another impression is for the community. These realities or this study will help better understand what intervention programs means to drug surrenderers and to become aware of the steps in implementing them. Ladies and gentlemen, this study could be a very significant factor or basis for the betterment of the community. Because if the people will really know the importance of rehabilitation program, the importance on how the government cope or overcome or deal with the drug problems in our country, then they will really understand that the objective is just for the benefits of the people itself. So ladies and gentlemen, these are the bibliography of our research study. These are the references in the cited articles that the research is based in conducting this study. So before I will end up my presentation, allow me to share to you my learnings throughout my journey in conducting this study. We all know that research is a very hard task. It needs self-discipline, it needs self-determination, and it needs patience. But in my case, I learned 3 important traits throughout my journey in conducting this study. The first one is scholarship. The second thing is character. The third one is service. Scholarship is not just all about knowledge that I gained from this study, but also the wisdom that I learned out from my experiences in this journey. The knowledge and the wisdom that I learned from this study, are priceless things. That's why I am really, really glad to experience this kind of event, because I know this could be a very momentous experience of my life. The second thing that I've learned is the essence of character. Character is all about being optimistic or positive thinker and being committed in conducting a research. If you are an optimistic person, then you are cultivating positive thoughts, positive insights, that there is no impossible, despite of the different challenges that you will overcome throughout your journey in conducting the research. But if you have a good mentality, then everything will be okay. And being committed is all about loving your research, loving your work. If you are committed, you need to engage time, you need to exert effort for you to have a better outcome. And lastly, service. Service is all about being dedicated enough in sharing the information towards other people. I believe in the famous quote of the late President of the United States of America, in the person of late President John F. Kennedy. He said, "Don't ask what your country can do for you, but ask yourself what you can do for your country." That's why I believe that conducting research is already service. Why? Because if your research will come up to other places, the people will have a basis or guidance the people will enlighten their minds that they need to read, that they need to apply the things that they learn out from your research. And with that, you serve the community, and you are a very proponent or a very good factor to have a better and well-developed society. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride and privilege to present to you our study. Have a good day ahead, and God bless.